compare Robinson Crusoe and Gulliver Travels.
Sorry, I didn't get your questions.
Like, what were the similarities between Crusoe and Gulliver Travels? I think it's a very
Interesting
let it
question.
be.
Okay, both
It's
related
not.
to adventure.
But what was the genre of Robinson Crusoe? Just an adventure novel, no? Or
Robinson Crusoe. Kind of adventure novel he है, but exactly
कोई satire नहीं था ना उधर था क्या?
हाँ,
It was originally based
Alexander Circle.
verses supposed to be written by Alexander Selkirk. It's a famous work written
Hmm.
to. It is
Sorry, sir, no idea.
it is very much there. The topic you are discussing now in this age. Wrote this. Idea लगाओ. By the way, you were asking something about the similarities.
Yes, sir.
Try to think of it. You people can easily answer by touching some points, some themes.
Mm,
Sir, I think theme of colonialism can be seen in both the works.
How?
Like sir, in Daniel Defoe Robinson Crusoe, Crusoe was the master of the entire island, and he, in a way, tamed Friday.
hmm.
And Friday didn't had his individual voice throughout the novel. Similarly, the theme of colonialism can be seen in Gulliver's Travel as well. Like when he reached the different islands, some of them were owned by different beings. Somewhere he had power, and somewhere he was at a less powerful situation. So this can be a similarity. Apart from that, adventures can be seen in both the novel.
Both were adventurous. Even
Hmm.
we can see Crusoe also came back safely, as far as I
Yes.
remember. But he again went on the expedition, and so was the case with Gulliver, who
Gulliver's
was a
Travel.
surgeon, who was a surgeon by profession, but he chose to go on the expedition, and it was his choice to go there.
Yes. And I think J.M. Coetzee has also written some work in response of Robinson Crusoe. I think four.
Mm. Okay, huh. Okay. Oh,
Yes.
yes, ma'am. What other similarities? I cannot recall. Both were written in the same age. Mm. Sir, shall we close this question?
Yes, please should. Because I'm
Okay.
unable to fetch out other information related to it. By the way, let it be. Now tell me, what are the major genres of this age?
Periodicals,
Mhm.
Novels.
novels, rise of novels. Yes.
Rise of novel.
Prose.
Prose. Of course, prose.
By the way, what is fiction?
Um,
Something which is not related to reality,
But
artificially
Imaginary.
created.
but if we talk about Mr. Daniel Defoe, he has written a famous work that is based on the life of Alexander Selkirk. So we should
Hmm.
consider Robinson Crusoe as a fiction.
Sir, it is like inspired.
So we should consider it as a fiction or not.
Um, According to me, yes, sir. We should consider it as
Fiction.
a fiction. because
Because the storyline was artificially created, though it was inspired from
and
somewhere, but the exact story is not replicated.
he
He has
must
created
have
his own,
added some point, something to it to make it more more
interesting or appealing for the
interesting and
audience.
appealing for the audience.
Things are like that. Previously, norms was like, if something is written totally out of history, then it can considered as fiction. But if it has historical events, then we cannot consider it as a fiction. But if we talk about Mr. Walter Scott, who is also father of historical novels, so
Yes.
after that, actually, it was not left as a matter of discussion because he himself was practicing history in his works visually. So after
Mm.
that, history becomes very much part and parcel of fiction. Getting my point? So sometimes it becomes a matter of debate that should we consider it under fiction or not. What I mean to say so. है ना?
Okay.
Because of it, just because of it, we sometimes didn't consider Daniel Defoe as the starting point of novel. है ना?
Sir, if they ask like which novel is considered as the first novel in English literature, then what would be our answer?
Ma'am, things are like, it totally depends on the person who is asking you.
Mm-hmm.
In literature, there is nothing fixed. है ना? Because,
Okay.
because the thing is that famous lady, I was telling her name in previous class, Margaret Cavendish, had written a famous work, Blazing World. It was
Hmm.
sci-fi as well as some sort of other elements are also there. So this
Okay.
are also considered as a kind of fiction. What
Okay.
say even Afraben Orunuku, and
Hmm.
even if we talk about the other person, that John Bunyan who has written Pilgrim's Progress,
Pilgrim's Progress.
it also considered as some sort of fiction. Then Life of Jack
But
London.
hmm.
Hmm.
And Pamela
But
also.
in books, sir, majorly I have read that Samuel Richardson's Pamela is considered as the foundational work of this genre.
It
But many other novels or works also came before that, like you said about Afra Ben's Oronuku. So it was published before that. So that is why this confusion was there.
it becomes matter of debate ना बात ये है. Because
So
Okay.
what I have read, uh, please may I add my point to it?
yes you can.
So what I have read is, though there were some different, though there were the work, though there were the works that have been produced earlier, but Pamela of Samuel Richardson was accurate to the meter and accurate to the points that a fiction needs to be like, a true fiction or true novel should be like. So for that reason, we consider Pamela as the first novel.
You are telling everything according to your mindset, but the thing is that the person who will
I,
give you an interview must have different mindset. So it depends on him whether he will accept or not.
yes, sir, but it's not it's not. I have read it in some good books.
It is all because of critics now, because critics are
Hmm.
somehow giving, they are formulating some sort of rules and regulations, है ना?
And it's
Regulations
very
for a true fiction, for a true novel, and this Pamela stands true to it. Because I have heard The Tale of Gen Z is written by some Japanese author. She wrote it for the first time, and her work is considered as the first fiction of the world. But if we are here talking about English literature, so there are different things like Bunyan's, as you have given example, John Bunyan's Pilgrim Progress, and one more was this
Afra Ben Oronuku.
Orinoco. But they stand out. They don't stand out to the to the they're not up to the mark of the fiction
It
that
is it is it is always matter of debate. Do not stick to the points.
yes sir.
है ना? Because the thing is,
Okay.
if we talk about the rise of, in the same way, rise of prose, then sometimes it becomes matter of debate that in modern time we considered as Francis Bacon is the father of modern prose. But if we talk about father of prose, then we have to go with Alfred the Great, who was somehow
Okay.
formulating the Anglo-Saxon chronicle.
Anglo-Saxon periods.
Getting my point? So इन चीजों के साथ कभी स्टिक नहीं रहना है. डिपेंड करता है सामने कौन है. यदि वो अग्री नहीं करेगा तो आपको वहीं गिव अप कर देना है. प्रूव करने की कोशिश
Hmm.
करना. इंटरव्यू में प्रूव करने की कोशिश मत करना, क्योंकि लिटरेचर का ऐसा है, ये फ्लक्चुएट करता है. हर व्यक्ति का
Mm-hmm.
सेट है, और वो यदि
Mm-hmm.
स्वीकार करेगा, नहीं चाहेगा तो स्वीकार नहीं करेगा. ठीक है.
Okay, sir.
पर्सपेक्टिव होना बहुत जरूरी है. सीधी बात ये है, विदाउट पर्सपेक्टिव की लिटरेचर कभी नहीं चलता है. पर आपके पास अपने पर्सपेक्टिव जरूर होना चाहिए. मुख्य बात ये
हाँ.
है ना. बाय द वे,
Yes, sir.
व्हाट आर द अदर जॉनरास?
Dictionary.
हम्म.
Dictionary. And
Dictionary, periodicals, novels, prose.
essay. Essay of John Locke.
Essay in verse, particularly.
Hmm. An essay concerning human understanding by
बायोग्राफी.
John.
बायोग्राफी.
Bio biographies. Yes. James Boswell can be
James
considered by.
Boswell wrote
अच्छा,
biography of Dr. Samuel Johnson.
just tell me a single thing, that biography of Samuel Johnson was written by n number of people. What is
Yes, sir.
special in the biography of Dr. Johnson by James Boswell? What is special?
Sir, according to my perspective, James Boswell was close friend of Samuel Johnson. So if we know somebody very closely, we are able to see, we have seen his life, and so we are able to pen down the biography of that particular person in a better way. How I think so. Sorry.
Any other answer?
Sir, I think they both were close friend of each other, and it was more based on letters, his own observation and interviews that he took.
You are somehow close. Both are close to the answer. But the thing is that what made this work special is like he was simply giving anecdotes. With
Okay.
What, sir? Anecdotes.
Anecdotes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Hmm.
stories.
he was giving
Yes.
stories constantly in the work. He was
Hmm.
like Mr. Johnson was trying to write the dictionary, and for that he needed money. And I should say he was looking for a patron, and for that he was repeatedly going to the earls, you know, and dukes,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
even they were not
Hmm.
giving him pen. Even
They discarded him. They
he was,
And
discarded
sir,
him.
there was,
he,
I think, some work of, huh?
he was tired of it, you know? So he was
Okay.
Mhm.
simply telling about this event, and along with that he also tells about some sort of incident in which he tells that Oliver Goldsmith was also a good friend of them, Dr. Samuel Johnson
Mhm.
and
हाँ.
Jefferson Boswell, you know? So what happened is like in one of the event he tells that one day Goldsmith was loved by his hall owner, or I should say room owner, and for that these two person go to that place to take him out of the house. You know, this was like that.
Mm.
It be the rent.
Oliver Goldsmith was ridiculed by many of the authors, and at the end, like the epitaph of Oliver Goldsmith was written by Ben this Samuel Johnson only.
You know?
So.
So what we see in this work, it simply gave us vivid information, vivid incident from the life of Dr. Samuel Johnson. On the other hand,
Mm.
look for other biographies. What we see in other biographies, like they are simply giving us details about anyone's life. So it is not actually interesting thing for a reader to read. But when someone is
Mm.
giving account, you know, someone is giving incident, then it becomes a matter of interest actually.
Mm.
Getting my point? So this was different.
Yes, sir.
By the way, you must be familiar with the work Biography of Poets around 52, है ना? Written by Dr. Samuel Johnson,
Yes, sir.
है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For that, as Mr. Boswell was very much close to Dr. Johnson, still Johnson didn't add his name in the biography.
Hmm.
For that, Matthew Arnold says he licked the feet which kicked him. So,
Ha ha ha. Yes, sir.
समझ आ रहा है
Sir,
ये?
if okay, sir, I have a question. May I pose a question in front of you all?
Yes, yes.
If
Hmm.
as we are talking about Samuel Johnson, so my question is why Samuel Johnson is called as man of letters?
Listen, there can be many reasons. For example, he was the person who was writing some sort of dictionary for the first time. He was taking words not just from English but from many languages. है ना?
Uh,
That he was writing some sort of dramas. He was writing some sort of poems as well. है ना?
okay.
We can consider him a man of letters, actually a person who belong to very astounding learned class. For that, we sometimes use this term, man of words.
Okay. Man of letters.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sir,
I
I
think
feel
he was the member of Senate in
Senate,
somewhere I studied.
Senate.
मतलब who designs labels? Yes, this is
He
also
was a
the
very good
reason behind it.
lexicographer as well.
Lex,
Yes,
yes.
lexicographer.
है ना? So what we see in the life of Dr. Johnson, he was so tired of his life. He was suffering from Tourette syndrome. By the way,
I have studied is Samuel Johnson was the only person
Okay. Yes. Diksha has said it. What I was going to say. Uh,
to compile the dictionary of English. This is what Diksha mentioned right now.
hmm. Sir, my according to my knowledge also, this is the point I was about to say is he was the only man of that age who has written in every genre, be it dictionary, be it prose, be it he has written even a novel, tragedy novel, Irene. So he
Irene.
has Irene, yes. So he was the only person to write in every genre. So for that reason, it is like he has justified his title of man of letters, truly justified the title man of
it
letters.
can be say so. It is matter of words how you are using. By the way, Neha, why are you not speaking anything?
Yes, sir. I'm listening about.
Because
Actually, today I couldn't study, so I'm
no,
listening the things.
no one will go there to speak on your behalf.
Yes, sir.
You will speak. So try to take part in it.
Yes, sir.
By the way, who is father of biographical criticism?
Biographical criticism.
Yes.
Dr. Samuel Johnson.
Who is father of liberal criticism?
Liberal criticism.
Turn on your
Sorry, sir. Unable to recall.
turn on your cameras. Let me see your faces. Hmm. बताइए. Father of literary criticism in English literature. बताइए.
Dryden.
Right.
And father of liberal criticism,
Not aware of it.
Dr. Sorry, Dryden as well, है ना? Because when you go
Lip- mm,
when you go through the work essay on dramatic poesy, there you will see he left the writers according to their perspective, that you can trace out meaning according to your suitability. So here he was liberal. So all because of it,
Okay.
sometimes critics considered him as father of liberal criticism.
Okay. So, sir, Dr. Samuel Johnson called John Dryden as father of criticism.
Yes.
And liberal criticism, this statement has been specifically said by
No idea.
someone or is
No
general?
idea. No idea,
Okay.
ma'am.
Oh,
Only I know this. That is why I'm telling you. No?
okay. We can also discuss preface to Shakespeare by Dr. Samuel Johnson
It talks about what?
in terms of literary criticism only.
But by the way, I was thinking like we will sum up every topic from literary criticism in future lectures. So we suppose not.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, completely fine.
है ना?
Yes,
So
sir.
let's
Hmm.
discuss some other genres of this age. By the way, do you people aware of operas?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is there any?
May I, sir?
Yes, yes, you can.
Sir, opera in terms of the real opera or the term that has been given to the work, any work?
It was opera originally. It was also being written in this era as well.
Sir,
History of opera बताइए English literature. Do you know John Gay?
yes, sir. Three Penny Opera was written by John Gay.
What was the famous one?
Of John Gay. Three Penny, The Beggar's Opera. The
Yes,
Beggar's
she is
Opera.
right. And any other famous work from this age, which was actually written by Edison?
Edison,
Edison or Steele?
Spectator.
Spectator was an opera.
It was a periodic.
It's not opera. I think you are saying any other work of Edison that has been written.
Another opera was also
Periodical.
in this age, written by Mr. Edison, I think. Just go and check it after the class. And by the way,
Hmm.
what is opera? What is opera? What is difference in between drama and opera?
Sir, opera is mainly musical in nature, and in drama, amalgamation of different elements can be seen.
So basically, they are both dramas. You mean to say so?
No, sir.
Operas also help us to know about someone's story, someone's, or I should say, famous events as well. And they actually,
Hmm. But music is mainly used to recite a story, whereas drama are performative in nature. Like acting is also done. Then dialogue delivery is also done. Monologues can also be seen in drama. But in opera, we see primarily the role of music.
but whatever they must be singing in operas, they are also in dialogue form. You must be
Okay.
in some artist like गाएंगे गाँव में जाएंगे, something like this in English language, but
Mm-hmm.
citing an example. डायलॉग तो वो भी देते हैं पर वो गा के बोलते हैं उसको म्यूजिक के साथ में.
Yes, sir. I don't remember the exact name, but हरदोल के फवारे ऐसे कुछ होता था. It is
हाँ,
in our culture. It is part of our culture as well.
तो
So we
बात,
can relate it to cultural studies
हाँ
also.
मतलब मैं आपको एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ कि वो भी एक तरह का ड्रामा ही है, बस अंतर इतना है कि वो पूरी तरह से म्यूजिक में रहता
Hmm.
है ना. ये अच्छा ये बताइए, ये पीरियोडिकल्स का क्या मेजरली इफेक्ट रहा है इस एज में? बताइए. बताइए.
So various periodicals came during this time, as we have earlier also mentioned, like Tatler by Richard Steele, then Spectator in collaboration by Richard Steele and Joseph Edison, and uh, they used to be published in monthly installments or in daily basis installments, and the target audience was primarily the middle class section of the society. So this was the reason why they get widespread popularity in this period, in this phase.
What was the reason? Could you tell me once again?
Periodicals were published in monthly installments or like in quarterly installments. And the targeted audience of periodicals were primarily the middle section of the society.
Why?
This was the reason they became very popular in lesser time.
But some sort of newspapers are also there, na? And they were
Newspaper.
publishing in thrice in a week, na?
Mm-hmm.
Thrice in a week, na? So listen,
Yes, sir,
Mm.
spectator. Yes.
listen to me. The major reason was like for Dr. Samuel Johnson, sorry, for Edison, Dr. Samuel Johnson writes, if anyone would like to learn English perfectly, then he should read Edison. So,
Mm.
how the approach of Edison helping people to learn English, according to Dr. Samuel Johnson, it is not my opinion actually. Yeah? And rest, if we talk about
Mm.
that, we have fair idea that in those time there were no newspaper before it, है ना? And there were no mean of communication to people like if something is being written on a paper and it is being circulated around the cities and or the premises of the cities, so in that case every one of the person or everyone from the society can get to know about the major events that was actually happening in that era, है ना? तो पहली बार कोई ऐसा साधन मिला कि जिसकी सहायता से व्यक्ति घटनाओं को तुरंत साथ ही साथ जानता जा रहा था। इससे पहले ऐसा कुछ नहीं था, क्योंकि ट्रेवलन फेमस हिस्टोरियन रहे हैं जो कहानी बताते हैं, किस्सा बताते हैं एलिजाबेथन एज का। उसमें ट्रेवलिन कहते हैं कि द मेजर मोड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन वाज राइटिंग लेटर्स, एंड सपोज समवन इज राइटिंग लेटर टू समवन, सो इट विल टेक एटलीस्ट मंथ्स। तो वो जो सामने वाला
Okay.
जो लेटर भेजना चाहता है उसका जो ड्यूरेशन होता था एक एक महीने का हो जाता था, तब जाके लेटर पहुंच पाता था, तब जाके कोई खबर कन्वे हो पाती थी। और वहीं न्यूज़पेपर्स ने इतना सिंपल कर दिया, मेज पहले तो साप्ताहिक चल रहे थे लेकिन समय के साथ बदलाव हुआ और वो हफ्ते में 3 दिन हो गए, और फिर खबर तुरंत के तुरंत सर्कुलेट होने लगी। तो जो मिडिल क्लास लोग थे, चीप पेपर हो ही गया था, है ना? तो उसकी वजह से सब एक्सेस भी इजीली कर पा रहे थे। धीमे 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 सबको न्यूज की आदत पड़ गई, न्यूज जानने लगे। ठीक है, उससे रोजगार की बातें फैलने लगी कि जैसे अब बात यह है कि जहां जहां रिवॉल्यूशन होता है, इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन हो रहा है, तो लोग काम की तलाश में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, तो भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार के आर्टिकल्स भी पब्लिश हो रहे हैं जो कि आज के समय में हमारे पेपर्स में होते हैं। तो ऐसे सहायक रहे कुल मिला के ये, मेरे हिसाब से जो मैं सोचता हूँ।
Okay.
Sir, may I add a point that I am about to connect
यस
this
यस
with?
यस यस यस, कंटिन्यू, बताइए।
And everybody was in the race of being sophisticated, being knowledgeable. So whenever they used to unite in a coffee house, they need to discuss about something. So for that reason, I think this periodical, like,
Periodicals
they
and newspapers are the outcome of these gatherings,
gatherings, yes. So
not
whenever
because
they
of
gathered, they
not because
Mhm.
of these things people gather at a sport। गैदरिंग की वजह से ये सारी चीजें निकलना शुरू हुई। बाय द वे, you people
हाँ,
must be familiar about the some group which were actually collecting some sort of authors of the time. Are you able to recall any famous name?
Scribbler Club.
What was the full title of that person? Scribblers?
फुल टाइटल मीन्स सर इसका कंप्लीट नेम भी है कुछ?
बिल्कुल है, बिल्कुल है,
हम्म,
बताइए, पूरा बताइए। मार्टिनस स्क्रिबलस,
ओके सर, मार्टिनस।
Martinus Scribblus. And who were the major people of this group?
Sir, Dr. Samuel Johnson, so Nathan Swift, Pope, they were included in this group.
Any other person?
Mm,
One
all-
one another group was also there around 1750, I think.
राइमर्स क्लब।
Yes, yes, yes. And no, no, no. Could you tell me the members of this group, Rhymer's group?
WB Eats.
No, no,
Hmm.
you are ahead of the time.
No,
But
I
each
think
belong to modern time period.
I'm talking about you must
Mhm.
be familiar with Bloomsbury group.
Yes,
Yes,
I think.
Bloomsbury Group, so
Which
Virginia
Virginia
Woolf.
Woolf.
totally.
Virginia Woolf.
One another
Hmm.
group was also there in the same way, which was in
Hmm.
this era, around 70-50. Anna Moore was part of this group. Elizabeth Montagu was the part of Blue Stockings. Able to recall? Blue Stockings. It was a derogatory report.
Yes, I studied about it. Yes.
Elizabeth Montagu,
Who's talking?
Anna Moore,
Elizabeth Gaskell also the part of that, I think.
might be.
Yes, I studied it.
As Sakshi was telling something about the gatherings, so they were also part of it.
Hmm.
Getting me? And even
Yes, it was all the result of the gatherings, which was at vogue in that time, and
गे-
everybody wants to read
गैदरिंग की
and
वजह
be
से ये
educated.
सब गैदरिंग की वजह से ही ये
Uh,
हुआ है ना मैगजीन्स का न्यूज़पेपर का बिकॉज when you go through spectator and tattlers there you see few characters could you let me know the names
There
Roger,
was a spectator club as well.
I'm asking about the participants whosoever writing in that
entry, the participants or like characters.
characters participants anything
Andrew Freeport, sir.
uh, others
Will Honeycomb also,
uh,
Will Honeycomb.
and one was Roger de Coverley, as far as I can remember.
hmm.
And Mr. Spectator himself.
Yes. So they were simply writing for different part of society.
Yes, sir. And especially middle class. They were focusing on the middle class.
They were
Different
focused
sections of the society.
different section like army, soldiers, and
Okay.
tradesmen, commoners, and economists.
Mm.
They were controlling almost all the parts of society, and all because of it. In just one day, I think 60,000 copies were sold. That I able to recall. So all because of it. So in that way, they were giving information, suggestion in their own magazine and newspapers, and this is how this thing becomes so famous in that time. By the way, are you able to recall any famous newspaper from India that was published for the first time?
Bengal Gadget is from India.
Times.
Sorry,
Times.
Bengal Gadget, something I studied. Is it right?
Mahatma Gandhi, sir, Indian Opinion by Mahatma Gandhi was also there.
might be possible.
But I don't.
I'm confused
Mm.
and all because of it. I was like you people must have fair idea. That is why I
Sir, I read this information somewhere. What the first newspaper of British of England was published in, and there was a particular name for that newspaper.
Navjeevan.
No, no, of UK, sir.
Navjeevan was also of Mahatma Gandhi.
Navjeevan and Indian Opinion, both of Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi.
and and famous English newspaper
So some Covent, I think, was the first newspaper. The famous is Times.
Daily Current.
Daily Current was the first news. I don't know. So that was the first
Hmm.
newspaper that you're
And
talking about.
I think so, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
If there is something, then it must be around 1765, and it was gazetteer, something gazetteer. It is associated to the name of any famous university. It might be Cambridge, I think. Cambridge gazetteer, something like this. I am unable to recall. By the way, any famous magazines or newspapers from the pen of famous authors? Uh, One by one.
Mm, mm, mm.
Idler and Rambler.
The Gentleman magazine.
One
Cato
by
by
one.
Cato by Edison.
It was the work which he has written, I think.
साक्षी,
Not, it was not. Yes, sir.
उत्सुकता ज्यादा है क्या? आहिस्ता आहिस्ता सोच
Sir, I didn't classify
के
it as a work. I just read it.
हाँ वर्क है उसी में
There are still
बताते
some
हैं.
poems that I like. There are still some works that I'm discovering, and I'm getting, oh, this was the poem. I don't know. I was considering it as a drama, or I don't know what.
No
So
problem.
that is happening with me.
I was
Like
only
the
asking.
deserted village. I thought all my life I was thinking it as a drama or some story, but today I got to know it's a poem.
Now all fog will clear. Don't worry. What I was asking, could you people let me know the famous names of magazines and newspaper associated with the author? है ना? One by one. Tell me.
Sure. Rambler and Idler associated with Dr. Samuel Johnson.
Hmm.
Um, Spectator
And
with Edison
Gentleman's
and
Magazine
Steel.
was also associated with
One,
Johnson only, na?
one by one. Sorry, ma'am.
Sir, Gentleman's Magazine was associated with Dr. Samuel Johnson. I'm not like sure about it. I'm
हाँ
asking.
I think it is with Samuel Johnson, like
Okay.
Gentleman Magazine.
Might be
Okay.
possible. I unable to recall. Huh.
We will
So the
cross check.
B. The B. I don't know the author, but I just read the B.
Any other famous?
Mm,
Yes, one more is there.
The जर्म किसने लिखा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. It was Robert Bachchan. Robert Bachchan. It was on
mm,
Attack on
no.
Pre-Raphaelite.
yes,
Yes.
it was a
The
take.
the germ was written himself by the member of Pre-Raphaelite,
Yes, sir. You are right.
William
Um,
Rossetti. Yeah, or
okay.
maybe Lee Hunt, or maybe Lee Hunt.
Ferocity. Ferocity only.
Whether it is William Rossetti
It
or
in 1850. But sir, it
actually,
was written in 1850.
Yes, it was of Victorian time period.
because
Yes.
in 1848, there was the famous group. There was this famous group, है ना?
Pre-Raphaelite movement. Yes.
Pre-Raphaelite
Christian.
Brotherhood.
Christina Rossetti.
by the way, who wrote the Watchmen?
Watchman.
Man,
Watchmen.
I'm hearing this name for the first time.
Come on.
Hmm.
Samuel Taylor Coleridge. By the way,
Okay.
Okay.
who wrote Dial?
Okay. I have read this
It
before.
is
Margaret Fuller.
associated with
Margaret
American
Fuller.
writers and
Margaret
Alan Tate.
Fuller.
Alan Tate
But
is also
I
associated
Margaret
with that,
Fuller,
no?
sir.
No, no, ma'am. It is associated to American author. Let me know the name.
T.S. Eliot.
It was.
No,
It was
Yes, T.S. Eliot.
the Dial.
no.
Wasteland was published in Dial,
It
right?
was.
Sir,
Huh.
Listen to me. T.S. Eliot written something in Criterion, and
sir, it is related to transcendentalist movement, H.D. Thoreau, Emerson, Alan Tate, and one more writer
Margaret
was
Fuller.
there. I think yes.
जितना मैं याद कर पा रहा हूँ ना, ये डायल का संबंध है आपके वो फेमस व्यक्ति विशेष जिनने सबसे पहले एक नए जॉनरा की खोज करी थी, जो कि फादर ऑफ फ्री वर्ड्स भी कहे जाते हैं. व्हाट वाज हिज नेम?
Walt
Walt
Whitman.
Whitman.
Walt Whitman.
But sir, I think
But sir,
the
I think
dial.
Margaret Fuller was
Uh,
also associated. American transcendentalist writers were associated with Dial magazine.
He was also with them. Walt Whitman was
Okay.
somehow
okay.
with them, है ना? And any
Okay.
famous work, by the way, who wrote The Guardian?
Spec,
Um.
Edison and Steele.
Hmm.
After the uh, क्या था उनका फर्स्ट जो
1712.
ये
Spectator.
ये
After.
उनका ये
Spectator.
उनका
after that guardian come for few
Uh,
times only.
ये उनका तीसरा वर्क है. पहले आया टेटलर, फिर आया स्पेक्टेटर,
hmm,
बाद में द गार्जियन.
Guardian.
Okay.
After spectator, yes.
एनी अदर फेमस वर्क? अच्छा, डेनियल डीफो के साथ किसका नाम जुड़ा हुआ है ये बताइए.
इसका नाम जुड़ा हुआ है.
Author.
Naam magazine.
मैगजीन.
Yes, one is there. नेट में पढ़ा था. Sir, can you give some hint?
मैं स्वयं भूल गया हूँ, पूछ रहा हूँ आपसे बस ही।
But there is some famous. We studied in UGC net.
है द रिव्यू।
Diksha is writing the review.
Review. The review.
Maybe the
If
review.
if she is
I
saying,
never
then
read it. We will read about it.
if she
Yes.
is saying, she must have fair idea, है ना?
Yes.
है ना? So by the way, we today know a lot about the periodicals or newspapers. Now we should
Yes, sir.
now we should move on. What are the other genres of the series?
Prose and a little shift towards novel.
Non-fiction.
Dictionary.
Edmund work is there or not?
Burke. Yes, sir. Edmund Burke was there.
What kind of writing is in the canon of work?
Burke. So Blake was also there. Edmund Burke.
But
I didn't get the question, sir. Can you please repeat?
I was asking about Edmund Burke.
Okay.
He was the famous author from this age as well. Na? So I'm asking you
Hmm.
what kind of literature he had written.
Sir, he has written about French Revolution, I think.
Anything else?
Hmm. Reflections on the Revolution in France. This was some of the work written by Edmund Burke. Apart from that,
On the
Sir,
American tax
sir. Oh,
on
sorry, sir.
American taxation.
America.
American taxation. And because America was imposing heavy taxes. Sorry, something like that actually on American taxation is something like that because in Parliament he gave a speech of 1 hour over this topic, because I think that time England was ruling over America as well. So in against this kind of uh, step, which was actually took up by English people, he was against them that you suppose not to impose more taxes over America. So that is why he gave this speech, and later on, it was converted in a some sort of literary piece that today we know on American taxation.
Yes,
And
might
Edward
be
Gibbon,
there because
and Edward Gibbon,
Gibbon is known for history. He has written a very famous work on uh, Rome's history.
Roman history.
Roman history, yes.
You are talking about Mary Wollstonecraft, Vindication of the Right.
No, sir. Edward Gibbon's famous work
sir is
is on
talking
Roman
about
history.
Diksha. Yes, it is written by Mary Wollstonecraft Diksha.
So what I was asking about,
Vindications of the right of the woman.
sorry,
So we were discussing about Mary Wollstonecraft work. Sorry.
we were not discussing about it actually. हाँ, so हम पूछ रहे थे कुछ, क्या पूछ रहे थे? हाँ, एडवर्ड गिवन के बारे में पूछ रहे थे. He has written a
Gibbon,
famous history of Roman Empire, है ना?
yes.
Edward Gibbon.
In some high Rome, 480 BC something.
It
I don't
doesn't
know, sir. There were some facts also.
it doesn't matter. They won't ask. By the way,
Hmm.
one more person was there who also wrote some sort of historical work. Could you let me know the name? कार्लाइल.
Historical.
कार्लाइल ने कुछ लिखा है क्या?
Thomas
Thomas
Carlyle.
Carlyle.
Thomas Carlyle.
Any historical work?
Hmm.
Come on.
लिखा तो है याद नहीं आ रहा.
Hmm.
उनने भी कुछ हिस्ट्री पे लिखा है ना, उनके वर्क को बेस बना के चार्ल्स डिकन ने एक फेमस नॉवल लिखा है जिसको आप टेल ऑफ टू सिटीज के नाम से जानते हो।
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Starter is starter.
Sartor
Yes, starter.
Resartus.
बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट हिस्टोरिकल वर्क,
Hmm.
है ना। एडवर्ड गिवर,
Hmm.
है ना, गिवन हुए, और साथ में ये व्यक्ति ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने हिस्टोरिकल वर्क लिखे हैं।
French Revolution.
फ्रेंच रिवॉल्यूशन लिखा होगा, उसके बाद में ये इन्फ्लुएंस किया चार्ल्स डिकिंस को,
Hmm.
यहीं से कहानी उठाई है उन्होंने, चार्ल्स डिकिंस ने, है ना, कार्लाइल से। एनी अदर?
The
Okay.
heroic history भी एक वर्क है उनका, द heroic history something कुछ,
बाय द वे,
शायद वहां से लिया
by
होगा।
the way, who differentiated in between beautiful and sublime?
Um.
Beautiful and sublime.
Sublime, highest form of beauty, according to Longinus.
Work.
By the way, tell me first, otherwise I will forget the question.
You are asking who differentiate between
So
beauty
was
and
he
sublime.
a prominent writer or like the writer we have discussed beforehand? Because
The writers we discussed recently
Edmund Burke, sir,
might be possible. Might be possible.
I read it somewhere. Sublime, sublime word. For
My
that
memory is
reason,
not actually clear. By the way, you were familiar with Mr. Alexander Pope, so you must have fair idea that he has written related to the concept of sublimity. Any famous work from the aubrey of Mr. Alexander Pope?
Periaptos.
Very well. Quite right, because
Periaptos.
it was parody of On the Sublime.
Yes, sir.
okay.
क्योंकि उसका टाइटल
Well, well.
ऐसा है, पेरी हिपस्कस, ऐसा ही कुछ, मतलब उल्टा पुल्टा सा नाम है।
Periaptos or Peribathos, something like that.
हाँ, by the way, what is ethos, what is pathos, what is logos? Tell me.
Um, ethos is connected to emotion,
Hmm.
emotional thing.
Hmm.
Logos is language,
Not quite wrong.
Logos must be logic
logic.
or
Okay.
rationality.
Yes.
And
And
sir, ethos is something related to ethics like integrity, character building, or and logos must be related to logic, and pathos must be related to emotion.
emotion.
Pathos must be related to emotion.
In which work all these three terms was propounded by someone? Let me know the name.
Was it Pope, sir?
वो इतना बड़ा नहीं हो गया कि ऐसा कॉन्सेप्ट देखिए, समझ आया? बच्चा है वो, बताइए।
Diksha has already said Aristotle.
सी इज क्वाइट राइट, एरिस्टोटल
Hmm.
रिटोरिक्स में इसके बारे में बात करें।
Hmm.
ठीक है,
Ethos, pathos, and logos.
चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। हाँ, कहाँ थे हम, किस टॉपिक पे बात कर रहे हैं?
सब मिक्स
We
चल
were
रहा है
discussing
सर।
minor writers,
हाँ,
So
Edmund
Gray was
Burke,
also in this age.
कोई बचा है क्या, कोई ऑथर बचा?
Gray, Thomas Gray.
Thomas
अच्छा,
Gray.
उससे सबसे पहले बात करेंगे थॉमस बर्टन की। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर फेमिलियर विद थॉमस बर्टन?
Burton.
So we are familiar with Robert Burton. Robert Burton.
Robert Burns,
थॉमस
I heard.
थॉमस वार्टन, डब्ल्यू है, डब्ल्यू वार्टन।
Warden. No,
No,
I'm not.
sir,
he
we are not
was
familiar.
he was good friend of Dr. Samuel Johnson. By the way, there must be a famous group named as the Club,
Huh.
which was
Johnson.
found by Dr. Samuel Johnson and along with him Thomas Barton. And Thomas Barton has written a famous work that is Pleasures of Melancholy.
Hmm.
And this is how he becomes precursor of graveyard poetry genre.
Graveyard poetry. I have
Get,
read it.
getting my point? So,
Yes, sir.
who are the other authors in this genre?
Sheridan.
Sorry,
Sheridan.
Richard Sheridan.
Richard.
Uh,
Yes.
Richard Sheridan, Thomas
he
Gray.
has written Rivals, sir.
you are talking about Richard Brinsley Sheridan,
Yes, sir.
eh?
I don't know complete name of
Yes, sir.
him.
Richard Brinsley Sheridan.
Do
Sheridan.
you know
So it
what
was mentioned.
Richard Brinsley Sheridan was writing this kind of work?
Rivals, sir. He wrote
Yeah.
Rivals.
So it was a kind of graveyard poetry work.
No, no, I'm not talking about
No,
graveyard
I was
poetry.
asking about it only now.
Okay. When you said writers of this age, I thought
I
writers of
was
this age.
I was asking it only, this genre.
Hmm. So
Thomas Parnell.
Thomas Parnell,
Thomas Gray,
Robert,
Thomas Parnell,
Robert, some Robert Blair was also there.
Edward.
Edward Young and
Edward Young was there. William
hmm,
Collins was
Gibbon. Some
also
Gibbon
there.
was also there. Some Gibbon was also there. No, I don't know, sir. Gibbon to was of history.
खिचड़ी मत बनाओ, क्या कर रहे हो?
Edward
William
Young.
Collins. Riksha is saying. Okay.
Hmm.
है ना? अच्छा ये बताइए, what are the major features of this kind of poetry?
Sir, they used to write on the theme of death, melancholic vibes, and we can see a setting of churchyard in their poems, and a reflective style was also used by them.
बहुत
So dark theme was the overall theme.
बहुत अच्छा.
The tone was sad and gloomy.
Ha, sad and gloomy.
अच्छा, वेरी गुड. कुछ और इसमें
Elegant.
इससे जुड़ा हुआ कुछ और बताया क्या ग्रेवयार्ड पोइट्री से? फालतू की बात वो वहां आपसे नहीं करेंगे, या तो वो सीधा ये पूछेंगे ग्रेवयार्ड पोइट्स के बारे में बताइए, आप बता देंगे, एक एक कोई आपको एग्जांपल याद हो तो वो बता देना, उससे ज़्यादा वो फालतू की बात नहीं करेंगे. मेरे को अब आप ये बताइए, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस इन बिटवीन अगस्टन एज एंड सेंसिबिलिटी एज, बताइए.
Sir, in Augustan age, they were focused on reason and artificial language. But in age of Johnson, the literature inclined towards the emotion and something original was published or written in this age. And there may be
What
another
what
reason as well.
what was the title of this age? The second one, San
Sir, August,
Age
Age
of
of
sensibility.
transition
age of transition
and sensibility too.
and
Sensibility.
age of sensibility.
sensibility. Focus is over sense, emotion.
Hmm.
Emotions. Yes,
If
sir.
we talk
Yes,
about Augustan age, they were
they were completely relied upon logic and reason,
They
yes,
were based on intellectual concepts
and
mostly.
rigid forms were used at
Hmm.
Yes.
that time.
but
Rigidness was there in the work.
in sensibility age, they were also practicing emotional things in their work.
Definitely, as we
Hmm.
can see, graveyard poets. They all
William
are like,
Blake also came.
uh,
One more thing is like they are using objective approach. Those who belong to which era? Augustan age.
Augustine.
But if we
Yes, sir.
Augustine age.
but if we talk about these people belong to sensibility,
Hmm.
Transition.
they were also writing subjective works.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Do you know what is subjective and what is objective?
Yes, sir. Objective is common to everything, like, and
Over
subjective
in overall context
differs
and
from person
subjective
to
is
person.
personal.
One by one
Personal.
पहुंच पहुंच हो जाएगा सब. हाँ जी बोलिए ठीक.
I think objective is personal.
No, objective. So may
Sir,
I?
I think subjective is
Sub-
personal and objective is in overall context.
yes, sir. Like object. Yes, sir. It
Objective
has been
is
defined.
objective is same for everyone.
Everyone.
Hmm.
Subjective is
General.
something which simply talks about a subject. Suppose I'm a subject, I'm talking about my feelings, my emotions.
Particular person. Yes. It differs from person to person.
है ना? तो ये बेसिक
Yes.
अंतर है. ये दोनों में बेसिक अंतर है जो हमें पता होना चाहिए, है ना? Just
Since I have one doubt,
yes.
you this is, we have discussed graveyard poetry.
Hmm.
So it came in this age of Johnson.
Yes, because they are
Come after.
precursor. They
1951.
are precursor of romanticism.
Hmm.
पूरी बात को सुनिए आप मेरी को. Now let me give you something very much important. Like in Augustan age, we were witnessing that they were simply far from any kind of emotions. But when we entered in sensibility age, there we see they are inclined towards emotional things. And here we can see the radar is going down. And after sensibility, when we move forward, there we will see this sea of emotion. That is what the romanticism. धीमे 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 नीचे आते जा रहे हैं. और जैसे ही रोमांटिसिज्म में उतरोगे, कंप्लीटली इमोशन ही इमोशन है और कुछ है नहीं. रीजन वीजन कुछ नहीं, सब बाहर है ना. तो शुरू से इसको ट्रेस करा जा सकता है कि बदलाव कहाँ से हो रहा है. और इसी की वजह से एज ऑफ जॉनसन को, सेंसिबिलिटी एज को ट्रांजिशन भी कह दिया जाता है, जो अभी मैम ने बताया
Hmm.
है ना. ऐसा है. अब
Yes.
बताइए क्या कह रहे थे आप.
हाँ, मतलब मेरा क्वेश्चन यही था कि 1798 से तो प्रॉपर रोमांटिक एज स्टार्ट हो जाता है, तो ग्रेवयार्ड पोएट्री जो है उसके पहले ही आ जाएगी, मतलब एज ऑफ जॉनसन के एंड में वो स्टार्ट हो जाता है ग्रेवयार्ड पोएट्री,
इस चीज में
ऐसा कंसीडर कर सकते
देखिए, कुछ चीजें होती हैं. जैसे कुछ ऑथर क्या होती है,
हैं.
50 साल बाद, 60 साल बाद, 100 साल बाद आ रहे हैं, लेकिन उनके लिखने का स्टाइल किसी स्पेसिफिक पीरियड, है ना, या फिर किसी स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप से अगर मिलता जुलता है तो उसको उठा के उसमें कंसीडर कर देते हैं उस ग्रुप में. तो कई बार
वो तो क्रिटिक के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है किस
वो
कैटेगरी में
वही
फॉल
बात है ना.
करवा रहे हैं.
मतलब
हम्म.
क्रिटिक्स वो लोग हैं जो कहीं का रोड़ा तोड़ के ताजमहल खड़ा कर दें. वहां उनके आगे किसी की नहीं चलती. जैसे आपने एक फेमस फिलोसफी सुनी होगी, आर्ट इज फॉर आर्ट्स सेक.
Yes,
यस
sir.
Yes,
सर,
sir.
Oscar
किसने दी
Wilde.
है?
Yes.
किसने दिया है?
ऑस्कर वाइल्ड ने ही दिया आई थिंक,
Oscar
आर्ट
Wilde.
हाँ,
फॉर आर्ट से, और उसके
देखो
पहले था
He
आर्ट
Aesthetic
childhood
movement.
aestheticism movement, aesthetic movement.
एस्थेटिक मूवमेंट. यस.
The
हाँ,
sole purpose of any piece of art should be like for the art
इट
itself. They
वाज
should not
Limited
give any
for just
moral
art.
teaching.
इट वाज
Hmm.
द रिएक्शन आफ्टर द आर्ट फॉर लाइफ, समथिंग कुछ था, उसके बाद
Yes,
इन्होंने
so
ये
it was
किया.
conjoined because for morality, for teaching
It
purpose.
was in It was in response to Victorian realism. Like every piece of literature should not have a moral teaching. If we have written, then the sole purpose should be like for beauty or for art in itself.
but if I say that literature is for society's sake, then what would you say? Our famous
Uh,
critic, our famous critic who has written famous work India After Gandhi, Dr. R.C. Guha, Ramchandra Guha, says that literature should be written for society's sake only.
but sir, it should be written for self pleasure also. It should be subjective in approach also.
It can be written.
It can be written in both the ways, sir. Some literature should
Yes,
be
sir.
written for the society and some for the people who love literature and they want to read literature for their pleasure.
It totally depends on your perspective. I gave you example.
Which form of literature you like the more?
मैं I was
Which
tell
form? Yes, sir.
मैंने आप लोगों को कुछ बताया था ये क्या है.
पेन,
हाँ,
बाल बनाने वाला भी, लिखने
हाँ,
वाला
और
भी.
ये हथियार भी है.
हाँ.
ठीक है. तो कई तरह से इसका इस्तेमाल हो सकता है. तो हर व्यक्ति का अपना एक पर्सपेक्टिव होगा जवाब देने का. उससे
Hmm.
वहाँ वो बस आप ये देखेंगे आप एक्टिव हो कि नहीं, आप जवाब दे पा रहे हो कि नहीं दे पा रहे हो. 2018 से पहले जो भर्ती हुई है वो 2000 से पहले हुई है. और कोई भी व्यक्ति जिसको 10 साल का एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है वो इंटरव्यू बोर्ड में बैठ नहीं सकता है. तो इसका मतलब 2018 के बाद की भर्ती के जितने भी लोग हैं कोई इंटरव्यू में नहीं बैठेगा. तो बैठेगा कौन? बैठेंगे वो जो
पहले वाले।
सीनियर है, जो सीनियर सिटीजन,
हम्म।
और जिन्होंने अपने जीवन में क्या पढ़ा है, इंग्लिश लिटरेचर।
British history,
हाँ, इंग्लिश लिटरेचर, थोड़ा बहुत अमेरिकन लिटरेचर, थोड़ा बहुत
Indian.
स्टोरी और इंडियन राइटिंग इंग्लिश।
पहले तो एग्जाम्स भी नहीं होते थे ना, कोई कंपटीशन नहीं था।
होती नहीं थी, पर फिर भी
तो डायरेक्ट भर्ती होती थी।
इतना मान के चलिए उन लोगों को इतना ज्ञान है, और वो इसी में से उठा के क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं, तो ज़्यादा पर फैलाने का प्रयास मत करना, यहीं तक सीमित रहो। उनको ऐसा कोई भी मौका नहीं देना है जहाँ वो आपको परेशान करें, क्योंकि ये सारी चीज़ें ऐसी हैं कि इनको आप अच्छे से पढ़ के जाओगे ना तो ईज़िली जवाब दे दोगे, बहुत कंटेंट अवेलेबल है। ऐसा नहीं करना है कि जाके आप उनसे ये कहो कि मैम कल्चरल थ्योरी पे बात करनी है या ये वो ईटीसी ईटीसी। तो खासकर एक टॉपिक से तो बिल्कुल दूर रहना, उसका नाम है दलित लिटरेचर। अगर आपने
Okay, sir.
आपने उनको मौका दिया तो आपकी हालत खराब कर देंगे।
Sir, one more thing I wanted to ask. Can we mention our surname like while giving our introduction?
It depends on your depth, detailed analysis form.
So
Sir,
in
उसमें
new
तो
tab, I
है ही
think they
नहीं ना,
have
न्यू
mentioned
वाले
कि
टैब
you
में
should write
they
just
have
your name.
removed it.
Hmm.
We have no clear idea till now whether they will take up our the previous one def or the new one,
Okay.
Okay.
है ना।
बट सर जो
Till
24 का
जैसे
अभी जो
अभी
24 की स्टूडेंट्स का
हाँ
इंटरव्यू हुआ है उसमें
उनको
पुराना ही उन्होंने कंसीडर किया है।
फिर ठीक है, फिर
हाँ
पुराना ही
Then
लगेगा,
it's okay.
फिर उसी पे
Hmm.
ड्रिल करना शुरू कर दो। ओके तो कुछ